Hello everybody, today's video is going to be another unboxing. This one comes from HKnow Store, and I've actually ordered from HKnow Store a few times now, and I really like the service. This is the second time that I've received a package from them. I have another one here as well that I'm going to unbox after this, but it'll be up a few days later. And then I also have another one coming. So I'm not sure which two of the ones that I'm not showing you now I'm going to show you next, but you'll see. Alright, so this one is a Guhong 2. So let's get into the package here and open that up. And here we have the box. Doesn't say Guhong. Oh, Diane 2 Guhong. Well, it doesn't say version 2, so I guess you're using the same box. That's okay. I don't ever use boxes, to be honest. And of course, the standard sticker set. And here we have the Guhong 2. So before I go ahead and assemble this and then review it, I'm going to put some pieces together and we're going to take a look at the parts. Now I heard that the core is different in that you cannot put, it's totally straight. The screws will never ever be crooked, but we'll see. All right, so let's get some corner pieces. Alright, so here we've got some pieces, so I am going to see how easily this torpedo goes in. Oh, here we go. Super easy, even easier than the Zanschi, to be honest. Now I've heard that there's slight difference with this cube compared to the version 1. In that I can already see it right now is that it's using these things that sort of like the Zanschi has. Because on the Guhong version 1, it's those little triangle pieces you put in. I never really cared for those, to be honest. This is such a better design. So I also heard that the stock on the corner is a little bit different. So we're going to take a look. And first let's take a look at an edge. So this is the Guhong version 1 on my left and version 2 on my right. And they look exactly identical to me, to be honest. Like there's nothing changed. No, I don't think anything has changed there. Let's take a look at this stock. So again, I've got my version 1 on the left and version 2 on the right, and I honestly don't see any difference here. A lot of people said that they see the difference in the length of the stock here. I personally don't. What do you think? I don't. Not at all. I don't see any differences here. I'm pretty sure that the only difference between the version 1 and the version 2 is if it's true that this has a, I got some stuff to shave down there. If it's true that the core has, you can't put the screws in crooked, then that would be a difference, but I've never heard that being confirmed yet. And then the only other difference is the torpedo, and that's all. So I'm going to assemble this thing, and then I will get back to you and let you know what I think about it, and if there really is any differences between the feel of the version 2 and the version 1. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, it's all stickered up now, and I've done, I don't know, maybe 10 averages of 5 with it and broke it in a little bit. I Lubixed it using Lubix the same way that I do in my Zanschi tutorial, and it turned out actually pretty good, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So this is the actual, like, the Guhong version 1 that I got, and it seems, this one's really snappy, like I don't know, it's a little too slidey, I guess. This one here actually kind of resembles the feeling more of a Zanschi, to be honest. And I don't understand how that is, because there's absolutely no difference between these two cubes except for the torpedoes. And you know how I mentioned that the core was supposed, there's a rumor going around that you cannot, put a screw in crooked. Well, that's not true, because actually 2 of my screws went in crooked, and there was nothing that I could do about that. So I don't see how that's possible. I have heard a rumor, though, that a certain company might be coming out with aluminum cores, but I cannot exactly say which company that is until that is confirmed. I don't know if they're making it public yet or not, but I've got this information, so hopefully those will help stop that. So as far as the corner cutting goes on this, it's just like any other die-on cube. And I have this actually set pretty light. And as you know, on the Guhong one, like it cuts corners easily. If you go all the way to the 45, it'll cut corners. And it's pretty well the same with this one too. So it's, you know, I've got it the same tension. I got put all my cubes at the same tension for the tension that I like it. Reverse corner cutting is exactly like any other cube. So you're not really looking at anything different with this cube. However, I do find that it does feel like, and it does turn a little bit more like a Zanchi. I wish I had my Zanchi here. Here it is. So it does turn a little bit more like the Zanchi, except my Zanchi is very well broken in, and it's my main speed cube. And this one is very, very fast as well. And I'm kind of digging this one right now. However, I am a Zanchi man, as you guys know, and I will probably continue to use this as my speed cube, but let's just see how well this turns out when I break it in. Now, one of the problems I had with it, if we can see really close up to it, if it will focus, please focus, there we go, is on the corners right there. You can see where the corners come together. Well, in that space, there was a lot of plastic molding coming off, and I actually had to take an X-Acto knife and cut it off because it was literally cutting my fingers. And I can, on the edge pieces there, it was there as well. So you can really see where the, maybe the mold wasn't tight enough and some plastic got through a little bit. But either way, it was I could easily fix it, and it wasn't a problem whatsoever. Now I don't know how to describe the feeling of this. Maybe, you know, because this one has tiles on it and it's got a little bit more weight, it tends to move more. As you can see, if I go like this, I can almost do like a 180-degree turn. There we go, 180 degrees easily. Whereas on this one, not quite. But yeah, it's. I mean, my first average of 5 with this cube, and I got a sub 20. And a sub 20 is something I would hit maybe once a day if I cubed long enough. And I'm getting closer and closer to having a sub 20 average on average. So this cube is definitely worth getting. If you can still find a Guhong one, I recommend both of them, but the torpedoes definitely helps. I mean, V-Cube's announced their cube today as well, and I've got a couple of those coming too. I got the pillowed and the square one for you guys. But if you go on their website and look at the DIY kits, you can clearly see torpedoes in there. And so, I mean, even V-Cubes recognizes that torpedoes is where it's at in order to stop from popping. So I've got nothing bad to say about this cube aside from having these pieces I need to shave down. And the core had a couple of screws that went in sideways, so when you turn it, it kind of wobbles up and down like whoop, 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 like this. But it doesn't really matter when you're speed cubing. I've never noticed it. A lot of my cubes have that, and I've never ever noticed any problem with it. Okay, I'm going to do a few solves now. As you can see, I got my timer and a scrambled up cube here. And we will do a few solves. I'm not going to average it out. That's a pretty easy cross already, but we'll see what I can get. Still getting used to the cube. Oh, I almost went the other way there. So I got 18.82. That's pretty good. I hit sub 20 singles actually quite often now. Like I said, I hit a sub 20 average of 5 my first attempt with this. So, oh, this is a nice one as well. Let's see if I can keep that. And all right, here we go. .86. I'll do one more. It's cool. I'm starting to learn OLL, and as you can see there, I did an OLL, a strange looking one actually. I called those the Mickey Mouse ones because that's what they kind of look like. But I don't run into them very often because I don't know very many. So it's kind of nice when I actually get to use the OLLs. It motivates me to learn the rest, you know. All right, let's see this. I'll give myself to 15 seconds this time. That's good. That's good. I'm just getting lucky here. All right. What did I do? Put it in the wrong spot, Dan. That would have been a really good solve, I bet. All right, 24.97. Yeah, I guess I'll go for the average of 5. All right, I know you guys want to see it. Let's see what my average of 5 is these days. Last time I did it, I was around 27 or 30 or something like that. So I'm not using the scramble. I just scramble it up however I want. Sometimes I'll throw it up in the air and do this so I don't scramble at the same time every day, or every time subconsciously. Give myself my 15 seconds. And where am I? Let's do another one. That was probably a +2. I don't really care. I'm not in a competition right now, so I don't let those things bother me. All right, let's try again. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Wrong way. Why did I do that? You ever find yourself talking to yourself while you're solving? I do all the time. I ask myself, why did you do that, Dan? You could have done this. Having regrets mid-solve. Oh, what did I do? That's pretty ironic that I talk about having regrets mid-solve while I'm solving. All right, so there we go. That's a 22.20 regardless of my 35.73 time. As you can see, that is a 22.20 average of 5. So that's actually pretty around my average, around 20 to 22 for an average. So do I recommend this cube? I do recommend this cube. It's got a different kind of feel to a Dion cube for some reason. It must have something to do with torpedoes because it's exactly the same as this guy here, which is the Guhong version 1. And another cool thing too is that the stickers actually come like this. Oh, I'm missing a couple there. That's okay. But you know, in a regular Dion set, how it has the whole thing is stickered, and then the stickers are punched. Well, on this one, the stickers they're separated, so it's easier to use them with transfer tape. Anyway, guys, that's my review on this. I do recommend you go out and get it. It's a fantastic cube, and I will see you on my next video.